I'm Cara Marie, an elite orange status presenter with the company Younique, and this is my journey. I joined this company January 21st of 2016, and like any business owner, I was really hesitant to join, but now my only regret is not joining sooner. In the summer of 2015, I had what most people would think were their fairy tale summer. I was madly in love with my boyfriend at the time. We had just moved in together. It was at that point that we had sat down and talked about starting a family together and said that life would take us where we were supposed to be. On September 17th, we got the surprise of 7 positive pregnancy tests. And it also happened to be my grandma's birthday, who had passed away earlier in the year. So I really felt like everything was just meant to be, and we were really excited for this next chapter of our lives to begin. And it was shortly after that we ended up getting engaged, which again was another life milestone or chapter that we were super excited to embark upon together. We picked out baby names, we planned a wedding, we set out a wedding date, and life was great. It wasn't until September 26th that my life absolutely changed in ways that I never expected it to change. I was getting ready for my best friend's wedding, and my sister had just happened to be the hairstylist doing all of our hair when I knew something wasn't right. And I remember strictly getting up and saying, "Sissy, something's not right." And she rushed me to the emergency room where my mom and my fiance now had met us at the hospital. They ran blood work and did all the things that they do when you first get in there. I remember when we went back for the ultrasound, you know what's going on, but you're praying for some sort of miracle that that's not what's going on. And I remember as she started the ultrasound and the nurse wouldn't say anything, I remember knowing that this wasn't going to be good and just praying that the doctor was not going to come in and say what we thought she was. It was in those words of the doctor saying, "I'm sorry, but you're having a miscarriage," that the chapter we were excited for was going to look completely different than what we had hoped for. It was 24 hours after losing my baby that my fiance left very quickly after that. And that was rock bottom for me. That was the hardest thing I'd had ever endured in my life up until that point. At this point, I was left with a lot of regret and a lot of questions, a lot of what if or what happened or how come. I had no idea where my future was headed. The unfamiliar life of depression and anxiety would soon become familiar to me, and it was a part of life that I had never experienced. Life in my eyes wasn't worth living anymore, and the negative thoughts were exhausting. And this was rock bottom. This is where I knew I had to make a change in my life, and I had to let faith be bigger than fear. It was around January when my sponsor had reached out to me as just a friend, and she had said, "Hey, I'm here for you. If you need anything, let me know." And she had said this saying like, "What doesn't kill you makes you stronger." And I remember thinking like that was gonna be what had happened. Everything that was challenging me and everything I'd been through in life was just gonna make me stronger, and that I had to find a way to imply that in my life. She had later come to me and said like, "Hey girl, I just joined this makeup company. You should totally think about doing it." And I remember being like, no way was I going to be a business owner at this time in my life. My anxiety and my depression was running my life. I honestly didn't care what I looked like. Again, I was laughing, thinking, how is makeup supposed to help losing a child and the grief that I went through every day? That is where I was so wrong with what Younique was. Younique is more than makeup. After her being persistent, it was January 21st of 2016 that I'd finally taken her up on this offer, and it started as a goal to do my makeup 1 to 2 times a week, and then it moved to doing my makeup 3 to 4 times a week. After that, it really turned into a business for me. It started paying a credit card here or a bill here or filled my gas tank here. I was able to take my friends out to dinner and purchase their dinner for them, pay for them. And to me, it started to make me feel better to help others because of what Younique was giving back to me. Younique is so much more than makeup and a business aspect. Younique is a sisterhood. The mission statement is to uplift, to validate, and to empower women. And that is exactly what these girls lived by when they came into my life as sisters when I joined the business. On my worst days, I had an army of women to turn to and an army of women that supported me and helped me. Without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't be successful, I wouldn't be happy, and I surely wouldn't be doing a lot of the things that I'm able to do. I really feel like this company just saved my life in so many ways. Not only do I get to kind of express who I am through Younique with my makeup, but I get to run my business how I want to, and that really does express who I am. Mentally, I've grown as a person, and I've grown as a leader. I'd like to think that the work that I'm doing makes people know that they're not alone and that they can go through what I went through and still come out on top. There's a quote that I love, and it's, as I look back on my life, I realized that every time I thought I was being rejected, I was really being steered towards something better. And I truthfully believe that everything happened in my past to put me where I am today and to show me how strong I can be as an individual. I want friends and family to know that sometimes hitting rock bottom is really where you realize how strong you are. It's where the greatest things can come from, although you don't see it when you're going through it.